Hello everybody, welcome into Watch Me Wednesday, episode number 86. I'm Jackie Kunkel, and today we get started on our next quilt along. I'm so excited to share it with you all. But first, I just want to clarify something. I know that several of you who are trying to get on, hi Denise, are having a difficult time, partly because you're going on an hour too early. I am on Mountain Standard Time, not Mountain Daylight Time. Arizona does not change time when the rest of the nation changes. We don't do that. So if you're having trouble and you tried to log on at 12:30 my time, you didn't see me because I was in my kitchen eating lunch. So, hi Lisa, how are you? So, just to clarify, we're Mountain Standard Time, not Mountain Daylight Time. So if you are in the Central Time Zone, we are 2 hours behind you. If you're in the Eastern Time Zone, we are 3 hours behind you. And that's only in the spring and summer. In the fall and winter, we're 2 hours behind you because we do not fall behind either. So for those of you who were not able to get on, that's why. Anyway, so down to business, right? We are going to get started. So hit that share button so that we can get started on this new quilt along. I'm super excited to share it with you. However, the one disappointment that I have, I have a disappointment, is that my Pansy Garden quilt isn't actually here. It is in the QAL gallery on a showcase in Nebraska. So I don't have it, but you are going to get the benefit of seeing pictures and things like that, and also watching me do the quilt along. So with week one, we have lots and lots to cover because I want to get you guys all prepped and ready for this. There's not going to be any sewing this week, no cutting. I'm going to tell you what you need to do because some of you might be joining for the first time and have not gotten prepped. So, are you ready? Here we go. Hit that share button so everybody else can join in. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's a really actually simple quilt. There's just a lot of curves, but curves are nothing to be afraid of. If you haven't ever done a curve, you're going to love this method. So raise your hands or give me a like if you haven't done a curve before. I'd like to know because I'm going to show you a cool method as it gets on in the weeks of how we put these curves together. So tell me, have you done a curve? Are you a little nervous about doing a curve? Have no fear. It's going to be low stress. So anyway, the quilt that we are doing is my design called Pansy Garden. Now, I know it's backwards because that functionality in Facebook is still not working yet for me to switch it around, so you got a mirror image, but this is the pattern, okay? And I'm going to go over a few things that you're going to need to get started with the quilt along because you need these things before we start, okay? So first and foremost, obviously you'll need the pattern. In the pattern, I do give you the templates so you can create them on template plastic. So if you have template plastic, you can go ahead, you can lay it down over the template sheet that is inside the pattern, so there's no actual extra tools that are needed. However, I am going to tell you that there is a tool out there, a ruler out there, that is the exact same measurements as my template layout sheet. And this one, and I will put the link for it above my head. I don't personally sell them currently on my website. So if you don't want to make the templates out of the template plastic, you can get Louisa Smith's Strips and Curves Mini Beg and Borrow Set. Now there is a website for it. You cannot go onto her old website and get them. They're on a new website. So I will put the link above me when I'm done with the video. So just come back and check out. I'm going to edit everything. You'll check it out. And I'll also put the link in our Quilt Alongs group. So in this set, you get all these templates. There's a lot of templates, but the only two you're going to use are these two. They're the exact same as what we're using in my pattern. If you choose to buy them, it's optional. You don't have to use them. It's nice, it's quick, and I'll show you how to use those in a little bit here. Okay, so that's what you can get as an option. Okay, so you need the pattern, and you need template plastic at the very least to cut out your templates. I'm going to put this on the floor for a second because I want to just get it out of the way here. So the other thing that's going to be in the Quilt Alongs group is I have a week 1 PDF. So it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do and some links, etc. So you'll have that. Some of the things that I do suggest for you, and I do list them on the back of the pattern. I do list them back here, and I highly recommend you get them. And you can get them on my website. You can, by the way, you can get the pattern as a PDF download. You don't need to get the booklet, but it's nice to have the booklet. So it's up to you how you do that. So some of the supplies that I do highly recommend you have, obviously a rotary cutter. So definitely have that. The pins that I like to use are these guys, the Clover Fine pins. And I will be using these during the course of the Quilt Along. And I do have those on the website. And again, the link will go above me when I'm done. The other thing that you're going to need for or at least I recommend, and I'm going to show you how to use it, for the curved piecing is the glue pen and refills. And I do have those on my website. Oh, and I forgot to bring over here, which I've been using. Let me see if it's in my little tool bag. Is the purple thing. Hang on one second. Stay right there. I'll be right back. Here it is. I've got my purple thing. Sorry for going out of the picture, people. I'm so sorry. But you know, the purple thing also, and we will be using that in the demos. So that is also on my website. So those, just a few items. You don't need anything fancy dancy. So these items I highly recommend. Obviously, you all have a rotary cutter. And again, the template set is optional. You don't need it because I do provide the template in the pattern. Okay, so now I want to show you a couple things before, and you also obviously have to gather your fabric as well. So that is one thing that I did do, and I did recommend to all of you to go on to Quiltster, and I know a lot of you probably aren't familiar with Quiltster, but I'll put the link up there. Quiltster is an application that it's basically a coloring program for quilts. It's not a design program because the quilt is already designed for you. You're basically putting in the fabrics that you want to see, and it takes literally probably 5 minutes to drop your fabrics in, and they have a whole list of fabrics, manufacturers and everything in the app. But I played around in a lot, and I was sharing with you some of the different Pansy Gardens that I played with, some of the different colorations, and you can play with it. You can go back and edit it. You can make a couple of them in there. It really takes literally no time. And I did have a vote up a poll, and it really was surprising to me because it was kind of half and half. Some of you liked my dark background, some of you liked the light background. So I ended up choosing the light background almost by default because I didn't have enough of the dark fabric that I wanted. So I went with the light one because it was really kind of half and half with everybody, dark versus light. So this is the one I chose. I did the mock-up in Quiltster, and it is with my Feline Fine Fabric collection, which is in Quiltster, so you can actually do it. The nice thing about Quiltster is you have what it's going to look like. So you always have that picture you can print off that it's going to look like that. It gives you your yardage amounts and the SKUs that you need. So if you don't have the fabric and you are going to buy it, you know exactly how much to buy. But again, that's also on the back of the pattern, but it gives you an idea. Then you can also print off. So again, if you get another picture, but it shows you, it tells you the location of where those fabrics go. So this particular green is going to go in 4 different spots. That white or coconut in this case is going to go in 3 different spots. And it goes, so it's a nice kind of key, if you will, or fabric swatch card. So you get that. So Quiltster's really a valuable tool, and I love it because I can play with it and decide, you know, gee, I really don't like that, and go on and edit it and make something different. But this is the one I am choosing to do in my Feline Fine fabric. So let me show you the fabrics, okay? So here's the coconut, which is going to serve as my white background. Then I've got my kitty faces in part of the red background. So this is going to be very Christmassy kind of quilt. And then the toss, we call it the toss mix, but it's mice and fish and flowers and paw prints, etc. So that'll be in that red area too. And then the tone on tone kitty faces. And then I've got my green flowers coming up, and I'm using the green with the purple kibble. I'm using the green tone on tone kibble. And then I'm using the green multicolor flowers. So those are going to be my flowers, okay, that I'm going to use in the entire quilt. So it's going to be really fun. I can't wait to do it. And by the way, here is something for you guys. If you really like my Feline Fine fabric, I still have some left. I am putting it on sale. So it will be on sale for you. I'll put a link up there. So because I need to get it out of here, because my electric desert fabric is going to be coming in a few weeks, and I need to make room. So if you want my Feline Fine fabric, I'm going to be putting it on sale. I'll put a link up there so that you can also get it on sale. Now, I want to show you how to basically use this template set if you are so inclined, because there is a little bit of prep work. Like I said, you're going to get in the Quilt Along group the PDF download, and it tells you what you need to cut before next week. Okay, so let me just show you. I'm going to turn the camera down so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, actually, let me take one of the smaller pieces. Hang on. Which piece do I want to take? I think I want to take, nope, that one's going in the corner. I think I'm going to just show you on this piece because it's a smaller piece. And I'm going to put that on the floor, and I'm going to take this out and show you. It's pretty easy. Now I'm not cutting my strips out. I'm just going to show you how to cut using the ruler. It's really easy. I'm just going to cut one piece for you, but it just makes your life a little easier. So I'm going to turn you down so you can see. Okay, so here's, pretend I've cut my strip already, which I haven't, but I want you to see this. Now what I did with this is I put, and you can't see it on here, but I did put Invisigrip on the back. So the Invisigrip, what it does is when you put a little bit of pressure on here, it won't slide on your fabric. So it's really nice. So basically, all I'm gonna do is this is gonna go alternate. So it's gonna go like this. So you're gonna not waste your fabric. So I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to cut here, and I don't want to cut all the way through because then I won't be able to set it in here. And I'm gonna, oops, I'm gonna cut around here down this way. So now, whoops. Oh, I think I need to change my blade out. Okay, so I've cut that. And then I'm just gonna turn this around and then line it up again. And then basically just cut here and here. Easy peasy. Now if you use the acrylic template set, you're gonna have to trace your lines on there, and then you would lay a rotary ruler, or regular ruler down and cut around. So now all I need to do, see how I'm nesting that back in the spot where I cut, so I'm saving fabric, I'm not wasting fabric. So then I'm going to cut through here, here, and I'm going to cut down this bottom. And I didn't line it up with the bottom because the bottom wasn't a straight edge. And then I'm just going to turn this around and cut that curve, making sure I didn't move the ruler while I cut it. Oops, and I did slightly. So, but we're going to go ahead and, oops, sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this curve. And that's about how easy it is. So now I have 2 of these already cut. But that's about how easy it is to do. So that set will make it a little easier for you. Let me pull you back up. Hey, Chelsea, how are you? So that's, I'm going to put it up just a little more. That's all you need to do. You're going to be cutting these out, and you're going to be cutting the quarter circles out. The full instructions are in the pattern, obviously, so you'll know how many you need to cut when you have the instructions, and you'll have the PDF download. So here's week 1 summary. Here we go. So you have to have the pattern to start. You've got to get your fabrics in line, right? Play with Quiltster. And I'm going to encourage you to get into the Quilt Alongs group because you can share your fabrics. If you have questions about, you're not sure about your choices of fabrics, ask people. That's what I did because I wasn't sure if I wanted the dark or the light. I liked them both. And I asked in the group, what do you think? Dark or light? And everybody did have an opinion. Hey, Chris, you're here. So put it in the group. Show your fabrics. We want to see. Let's see your progress. We want to see. And then next week, come on back, and I'm going to start showing you how to put this together. It's going to be super fun. You're going to learn a really cool curved piecing technique. And I can't wait to see all the different versions. I know that Cindy put up her version that she's going to do, and she did it in Quiltster as well. And she put up her version in the group. So you need to definitely see what she's going to do. Let's see if I can see what Gertrude is saying here, because I think she's asking a question. Let's see. Oh, she's from Namibia. Hey, Gertrude. Welcome in from Namibia. That's awesome. So anyway, I will let you, oh, and from New Hampshire. Lisa's from New Hampshire. I know where you're from, Lisa. My old stomping grounds in New England. Anyway, so I hope you share the video, get into the quilt group. I'm going to put all these links above me when I'm done. So make sure you check back because I will edit that area and you can see everything I said. So if there's any questions, and also you can write any comments if you have, and I will try to get to them all. So I can't wait to see everything that you guys are going to do, choosing your fabrics, etc. This is going to be so much fun. So welcome in to week 1 of the Quilt Along, and I will see you all next week. Until then, happy quilting, everybody. Bye-bye.